Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Running right, this is Ingram. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Here's the option play now to the left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On first down, Fields flushed out right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the number.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now Cutler to throw on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Off play action. Fields.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Titans. DJ Chark, 40 yards.
And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Here's Cutler.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cutler looking to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Again, it's Cutler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Two minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Here's Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. On 2nd and goal, Fields eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, it's Cutler. That'll be caught by Kupp. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now Cutler.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. He'll get it inside the 20.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A final shot before break. Fields flush to his right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense.
They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They give to Ingram up the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline, you know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
First and 10, Taylor now to about the 35, 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
2nd down and goal. Fields got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Chase Claypool
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Cutler.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They run once more with Taylor.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Boy, 192 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Jamison Williams.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He dumps it down to Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Cutler will throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to get this to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run here with Taylor.
A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests.
but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Cutler. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Cutler on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st down, it's Cutler. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. One last shot for Cutler. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Tennessee, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5.